think. Got it. Go. All right, I just need to turn the sound down there. Excellent. Welcome, everybody, to Love Speaks Love. I am your host, Denise, and my wonderful guest, two guests actually, Martin McNicholl and the tree. Welcome to Love Speaks Love.
Thank you, Denise, and the tree. The tree says thank you so much as well. They were saying what took you so long in the tree. So yes, they're happy to be here too. They're happy we are here.
Is it an olive tree?
It is beautiful big olive tree. It's so amazing. The energy just sitting underneath this. I like a lot of mornings I would come up here and just let stuff flow, and just the energy sitting up, and it's always, there's never anyone here. It's kind of like my little spot, and yeah, the energy is incredible. It's beautiful. You can probably hear some cicadas in the background as well, so they will be serenading us as well. So
oh, we've still got the light codes going on as well.
Yeah, we got Saul here too. Perfect.
Right. I'm sure we are live.
So good to be here with you.
It's been a long time. I've missed you. When did you go off? I'm gonna, oh, that's interesting. Sorry, just to get distracted.
You're going to ask when did I go offline? I have no concept of time at this. I honestly, I have no idea. It's not that long, but it feels like a long time. It's probably 2 months, or maybe, I don't know. I can't even guess.
Might even be longer, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, I'm just sharing. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten how to work things.
There's an app for that, I'm sure.
All right, I'm going to do that after. So while people are gathering, I'm going to do the little heart-to-heart connect, bringing our awareness to our heart space. So let us take a few long and slow deep breaths. Let us breathe anything out of the day so far. Breathing out any old emotions, anything that is stopping us from being in this now moment. And let us breathe in love. Let us breathe love into our beautiful, beautiful hearts. Let us breathe love into every cell of our beautiful bodies. And feeling us all connected, all of our hearts beating as one. And extending our heart awareness out to the heart of Gaia. Feeling us cocooned within Gaia's beautiful crystal diamond heart. Full of diamond light codes, full of love. And feeling Gaia's love entering every cell of our bodies. And feeling her gratitude and her joy. A gratitude for everything that we are and everything that we do. And extending that heart awareness out to the heart of the sun. Feeling the beautiful solar energy moving into our hearts, moving into all of our cells. And extending that heart awareness out to the heart of Source Creator. And feeling Source energy, Creator energy moving into every cell. Feeling us all together in one unified field of love. And enveloping the whole planet, every heart on the planet with love. And Martin, if there's anything that you wish to add, please feel free.
Yara yi tu ya na yi sha se tu ur I na make iti ya ta mi ti wa ya ina yi o ya ta make ti ishu su ya tu re en ma ki ti wa itu tu o ya na anna yi sa se tu u ba ke ya ta itura I ya ma ti no ushu su mo re ite na la akite ya na utushusu umra itena atiko ina isha semara ina ura ina ma ite suchuku ura yanamate.
Yala yat oruna kiala anot oi. Kele ki harana kat ora tiktika artikti umpetka ikist ala ha lekiti irtukti umikita ta. He le ertukun ut da artikti ikust. Ha lekiti la bakar lekiti la baketu ko la da. Ke ut ortikti ikust ta. That is cool. That was very trippy at the beginning when I had my eyes closed. There was so much, so much flashing, so much like, and I don't think you were even playing with the sun codes at that point. But so many different colors, like I was going through a tunnel, very, very crystalline, very beautiful.
So yeah, there's something that's coming to share here right away, just in relation to that crystalline reality. So that all the work that we've been doing over this time, each of us in our own way, Love Speaks Love, and all the groups and all of the gatherings, both physical and online, have been creating a crystalline overlay, or crystal cities, a whole overlay of crystalline structures where there's no distance, there's no time, it's not heaven out there, it's heaven upon the earth. There's an overlay of crystalline structure that we have been building through every call that you've ever done, through every light code, through every interaction where two or more have been gathered in my name, there I am. This crystalline structure is now overlaid fully upon what we know as third dimensional reality. And we have full access to that now. So instantaneous travel, instantaneous communication, no borders, no limitations. That overlay is fully here. I mean, it's always been here, but the work has been lifting the density and removing the delusions that have not allowed us to see what is here. So all dimensions are here always, but this crystalline dimension, these crystalline cities, these cities of light, you could call, is what we have been doing, both intentionally and without knowledge, without awareness, for some time. And this is accessible. It's very much accessible through the water, through the sun being, through many different aspects, and through just communication. And this is coming very strongly now. And everyone is invited to follow what you're receiving in dream space and begin to look through the physical reality, look through the third dimensional reality. Do not believe what your body's eyes are showing you. Do not believe that what you see with five sense or what you know with five sense reality is what is true. Look through this. Really look at it. Look through it. Feel through it. See through it. Know through it. And you will realize and recognize that we are already in this home, heaven on Mother Earth, these crystalline cities, these cities of light. This overlay is here, and that doorway is through consciousness. And just want to thank you for your part and everyone listening to these words through this. This is an example of this is showing what this is: instantaneous communication, no distance, no barriers, no boundaries. This is an example of this, but it's more real than real. This, as beautiful as it is, this, as beautiful as it is, it's not absolutely real. This is more real than real. So welcome and thank you.
Beautiful, thank you. It's good to feel your presence again.
It's good to be here. It's good to share. Thank you for having me. Thank you for asking.
I'm really glad that you said yes. It feels awesome. How's it been to be largely, you've been off social media, have you been off Instagram as well? You've been off the whole...
Completely. I deleted everything. I deleted everything, not deactivated. I deleted everything. Everything's gone. It's been like that. It's been like literally the day, like I have other social accounts, but I never use them, and I'm never there. Facebook was the one for me that was I used so much, and it used me so much, and I give so much power to it. So the day that they don't do, well, it's not the day you decide to delete it, they say because it's part of the whole thing around that. We can maybe go into it if you wish, but they give you 30 days. They say we will delete this in 30 days, just to give you 30 days of temptation to go back in. But yeah, the day that I made the decision to do it, I literally felt like an energy and influence. I don't know how to, like something had a hold of me that released in the moment that I made that decision. And then you'll know I speak very clearly. Then just the shit hit the fan. Then everything just started dissolving. This was like probably something that I was still holding on to, and I was very dependent on it, and I was betrothed to it in certain ways because this is where it's not where all of my work is, but in this dimension, what we think is. And I was like, there's a lot of fear around it because, this is where the most, like how I met you, how I met all of the people that we connect with was mostly through Facebook. But I felt a huge release. But then everything then started to dissolve. It was like this was the kingpin. So everything started falling away. So then there's just been a process of dissolving. And I thought last year I went through a process of death, and I did. But there was still some semblance of, don't want to say normality, but there's some semblance of, I've still got this. And since then, and just before then as well, it wasn't just then, everything started falling away. So like every foundation or pillar that holds us in third dimensional reality started to fall away. And so we're still in that process now. So it's been amazing. It's been scary. It's been fun. It's been beautiful. It's been tiring. It's been exciting. It's been all of the above and more.
And that feeling, so has that feeling that you mentioned at the beginning, that feeling of like a kind of like a whoosh of energy that you suddenly felt, and I presume this is like, yeah, energy was going over there and it stopped immediately, so all that energy that was going in that direction was back to you. Did that stop?
Yeah, the way I could describe it, it was like a contraction of my energy, like with, I don't know how you could describe. I can describe the way I'm getting it now. I don't know if this is exactly what it was because there's no memory anymore. It's like it was like this squeezing, this contraction of an energy, like this kind of like a giant claw. Not exactly that, but I'll just use that as an example. It was like this energy was associated with this, and it was a contraction of the energy, and this decision was a complete dissolving of that energy. So it was a letting go of something that was very much contracting my energy by choice. Nothing, it's my choice, not something doing something to me. But yes, it was very much a releasing of something that was contracting my energy. And I didn't have any idea that to the extent that it was. So yeah.
So once that happened in the beginning, how did that kind of feel over the time that you've been away?
It was amazing because, I'm sure, I know I don't know if we've talked about it on here before, but I've had like a big journey with addictions and stuff like that. And definitely I swap, like I live in a very healthy life, a very aligned life, but I know I just swapped some of my former addictions that were unhealthy for this healthy one, which is not really healthy at all. Any addiction is addiction, anything is compulsion. And I was 100% addicted to social media, addicted to the phone, particularly Facebook. And I noticed over time, I noticed these things that I would have never noticed before. It was like I was able to notice the second that I would pick up the phone, like this compulsive thing. I would pick up the phone with no idea what I was going to do. I pick up, and automatically the muscle memory, my body was automatically picking this up and turning on Facebook, like with no conscious thought, with no consciousness. It was absolutely a compulsive thing. So I noticed that, and very quickly I noticed how that fell away. That fell away very quickly, which was surprising and good to see. So that fell away. So I wasn't just lifting up the phone and instantaneously going to Facebook for no apparent reason, just that my hand was doing it. So noticing that was amazing to see that. I mean, I was very aware of the amount of time I was spending on the compulsion. But so I began to notice that. So then I began to be more conscious of not just the phone, but I became more conscious of everything that I was doing. There was a very much of a draw. We're in a simulation, and this simulation is based on our attention, our perception, and our like who we are cannot be controlled, cannot be manipulated, nothing can be done to us. But in this simulation, in this reality that we seem to be, and it's based on our perception. And if our perception can be taken towards, and this is very important for everyone at this time, if our perception is taken towards and collapsed into a certain whatever, anything, consciousness has the ability of absolutely honing its full attention into this. And these devices and all these software and all these things are designed to hold our attention and, in a lot of cases, manipulate our perception. But that's not it's not someone doing something to us. We are choosing that. We are allowing that. So what I noticed over time was the ability to be aware of being aware, noticing more my perception, and noticing that I had more awareness of what I was perceiving, how I was perceiving, and seeing that not like everything was perfect, but there was less of an influence and a draw on my attention, and my perception is clearer, I feel. So firstly, noticing the compulsion, the addiction, and then noticing the other side of that, where attention becomes clear, perception becomes clear, and you have more time. You have more time. Like, it's amazing. Like time has dissolved. I'm not joking. Like, you asked me, I have no idea how long it's been. I mean, that's been happening anyway, but it's just, again, these timelines, scrolling, memories, all of these things that are designed in these technologies are designed to keep you in time, keep you in linearity, keep you in the past, or keep you in that next thing that next dopamine hit or whatever it is you're going to get. They're designed to that. So whenever we step away from that, I'm not saying everyone should step away from it forever, but what I'm saying is we really need regular, absolute unplugging from this, because it is taking our attention and manipulating our perception. It's funny to be saying this on social media, of course, but this is the medium. This is the medium that we are using. Although I'm technically not on it, but I suppose yes, Zoom is social media as well, so it's all the same. So yeah, that's what I noticed. That's what I felt.
Amazing. So what else is happening in your world? I hear talk of a move.
Yeah, so we're literally in the process of leaving the house that we've been in for the last 4 years, where my son was born, like literally in the bedroom, where we decided to get married, where we did eons of shadow integration and tears and laughter and I don't know, thousands of hours, a whole year of mystery school, a whole like in 4 years, the stuff that we went through in that house is just amazing, incredible, unbelievable. So we are in the process of leaving that now. This was not our decision, technically. Technically, it's always our decision, but on this level, everything conspired so that we are to move. So we're, and every line or every way that we try to find a way to find a new place, a new home, the door shut, the door shut, the door shut, the door shut. And then we started receiving this, well, there's 2 messages, because we were just looking for another place out in the middle of nowhere where we could go and hide and be away from society and away from reality and hide in our little bubble. And we've already done that, and the time is enough for that. So we know that we are meant to be part of community, either creating our own or joining another, and we're meant to be, for the time being, mobile. So our idea right now, I mean, again, not our idea, it's just coming continuously, and I'm getting signs from everywhere and it's getting confirmations from here that we are meant to be mobile. So we are very likely very soon going to be living on 4 wheels. So that's what's happening right now. We haven't got it yet. We're literally in the process of packing up, and we thought we were minimal. Every year we give away stuff. Every year we've been doing like giving away, donating, selling, sharing, whatever. We've been doing that for years, and we've done the Marie Kondo process multiple times, and still it is amazing. The power of commercial, what's the word? The power of the society that we're in, the stuff that we have. And we thought we didn't have a lot of stuff. And we've done this process multiple times, but whenever you're taking everything out, you realize how much stuff you really have. And Elise said something amazing to me, and it was just at home when we'd put a few boxes together, and it was spent a night in a box. And she said, there's all that stuff in that box, whatever it happens to be, who knows what it is. And she said, yet here we are, perfectly surviving, perfectly doing what we're doing. We don't need that stuff. Our mind will want to tell us we need that stuff. We'll say it might be one day, but we don't need that. What do you need? What do you truly need? You don't need anything ultimately, but in practical terms, in this physicality, we need so little, yet most of us have so much, and that weighs us down. That is another drain on our, everything that you own takes a piece of your energy, especially very old things, but anything that you own takes a piece of your energy and a bit of your attention, a bit of your awareness, a bit of your, even if it's in an attic somewhere, even if it's buried in the ground, everything that you perceive that you own sucks a little piece of your energy. So it's a big wake-up call for us again. We are going to really downsize our downsizing and really get rid, give away and donate and sell and whatever. But just at this time we have to do it so quickly that but we will do that. Definitely before we go into 4 wheels, we'll have no choice. But our stuff is a weight around our neck, to be honest. So yeah, it's been fun.
Interesting, because if you're going to be in a full, in a van, you can't have much stuff. You've got to be minimal in that space.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Yes, it's perfect. But this is the thing. This is the thing about awareness and perception. I remember me and Elise saying this. We saying this. Oh, we're very minimal now. We don't have a lot of stuff. We were saying this, and we like every year we would give away stuff. We would do, and we were saying this, and we weren't lying. But you don't see it. You don't know until you actually put everything. That's what I love about what's her name, Marie Kondo. Like, she gets you to put everything in one big pile, so you see it, like all your clothes, all your books, whatever it happens to be, and then you really see it. It's like, oh my god. Minimal, are we? No. Minimal compared to 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, yes. But minimal? No, we are not.
Interesting.
Hilarious.
So obviously you were coming into my awareness because we were going to do the show. But you've also been coming into my awareness. Patricia Cotis Robo? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Have you been checking in this time? She's done another one this week.
No, that's another thing that has changed. I don't know. I have completely. I don't know. I didn't follow very many people before, but now I'm literally following no one, and certain things happened with. I'm going to say 99.99% of everyone that I follow, that I listen to. No, that's not true, 99, but a very high 90% of anyone that I followed, something happened. This is just for me personally. Something happened to say, okay, you're not supposed to be listening to that anymore. No, you're not following that anymore. So it's down to, especially in this period where I turned off the Facebook. I still have YouTube, of course. It's been absolutely nothing or no one. So I haven't followed her, but I also haven't followed or seen anything else. It's been like complete. That's part of the falling away. And it was like, we're all here to walk each other home. We're all here hand in hand. We all here have agreements. We all have certain themes and roles that we will play for each other. But something that I've found and something that I've experienced is whenever we give any other self, which is just ourself, but when we give any other, again, it's like our things. When we give, let's say too much, but if we give a lot of our attention in one direction or one teacher or one modality or one idea, we are again diluting what is whole and complete within every being. So yes, we are here to walk each other home. Yes, we are here as one being, one each of us is just one cell in this one body. But if we give so much of our attention to one area, it'd be like just focusing solely on one area of your body continuously. Let's say one cluster of cells in your liver, and you just focused all of your attention there. It could be beautiful for a time, but there really was this falling away of absolutely. And there were certain things had to happen for me to be like, okay, I'm not supposed to be listening. I'm not supposed to be watching. I'm not supposed to be following this anymore. So yeah, absolutely nothing. I have no idea what is going on, except I'm here, and that is plenty. That is plenty. And I have our group that continues on. But in between, where I had been very much in social media and knowing what was going on, that has really dissolved and fallen away. So I have no idea.
And the group that you mentioned, is that, tell us more about that.
So this is probably a year or more. Yeah, this has been going, or no, a year and a half would it be? It definitely started. It started at the end of 2019, and this will be weekly Zoom connections, where it would be channeling, guidance, mentorship, and then all the stuff that I love to do, all the stuff that I love to share. So we have dance parties every week, breath work, 2 breath work a month, dance parties, um, movement practice, movement medicine. Um, so that has continued. That has continued. And just whatever comes in the moment is what happens. And I have a beautiful, beautiful group of beings. Um, and it's all very spontaneous, and we just get together and whatever happens happens. I usually don't remember anyway, and I always say I'm going to watch back, but I don't. But yeah, so all that's continued, but it seems like it's very timeless. um, and we do recently some of the kind of worldly issues come in, because of course everyone's experienced some of those, but they're experienced in the moment, and then it just seems to be um, the awareness comes out again, and it's just very present and aware. It sounds like everything's worked out. I better just balance this up, and everything is like easy, and I want to just be very clear and say it's not. It's crazy and scary, and there's lots of things that I don't understand. There's lots of things I in times of weakness wish it was some other way. Like for instance, just going into a house. Like Elise is excited, Angela's excited. All the limitations and fears are with me. Um, so those sorts of things. But yeah, everything has continued, and it's beautiful, and they inspire me so much. And I just get, especially when I'm in low moments, like I facilitate these, but when I'm in that space, there is no facilitator facilitated. There's just this one, again, these crystalline cities, the city of light. It's just beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
And so your website, you must have been grateful for your website.
Yes. Yeah. Well, all of the people were there. They have been no. There's no new people. So again, people have dropped out of that. No new people have. Well, maybe a few, but very, very few. Most of the people have been with us for some time. Um, so again, the website, I didn't. I'm not very good with updating that. Unlike most of us, a lot of us, I do it all myself, and sometimes it goes months and months and months before that's updated. So no, most people were already connected. Yeah, and I'm not good with it. I don't really like email, but sometimes we send them out. So yeah, yeah, it's been there, but I updated it recently. But again, deleting stuff, taking stuff off. It's a process of absolute subtraction. Who knows where this is going to zero? It's going to zero. Everything is going to zero. Everything is zero, but all the belief that there is anything other than zero is being dissolved. I think that's what's happening.
How was your imaginal selves?
Oh wow! Yeah, I was thinking about that just before I come on here, and I was trying to think when that even. I know it was this year, but it was. Oh my god, it was amazing. That was like very, very powerful. 9 weeks, like so, like when I do something like that, like Mystery School, it's like all of me, like just it's everything. There's nothing else exists. Nothing else exists in that. So it was 9 weeks of pure oof, intensity, inspiration, fun, laughter, tears, darkness, breakthroughs. It was very powerful, very beautiful. We had a lot. I think we had, of course, we had 47 people, which is one of it's the exact same. We had the first mystery school was 47 people, and this imaginal cells was 47 people. So it was a big group all across the world, like right the way across from Australia and Europe and America and all. And yeah, it was amazing, very, very powerful, beautiful, but intense. And yeah, I needed to take some time after that because it's just all of me. But when I'm in that, I just know that's why I'm here. You don't seem to get tired. You don't seem to get just seems to flow. So I have no idea when that was. I know it was sometime this year. but it was amazing.
It felt like there wasn't much time between the end of that and you coming off social media. It felt like, I don't know.
I think you could be right, yes. But I cannot even tell you. I think that would be right. That is right. It was fairly soon after that, because obviously I had all the Facebook groups and stuff as well, and I'd never deleted it. I had deleted before, but never when I had all my groups and stuff, and then all your pictures come off, but the groups still stay. So yeah, I remember seeing that the the title picture come off, but the group stayed. So yeah, it was very soon after that. Yeah. That was amazing. It was amazing. I can't tell you anything about it other than that, because I don't know. You'd have to speak to someone else that was there. Oh my God.
Michelle has written, "Imagine Ourselves" was so special.
Oh, good. Is that Michelle Kidd?
Yes.
Ah, amazing. Beautiful lady. I'm seeing her sitting by the river, healing the waters. She's healing the waters by the river, working her magic.
And just to say thank you, everybody that's joining us as well on Facebook.
Yes, thank you. Land.
If you've any questions, put them down.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you, because I know we are connected with this, have you had any experience of this overlay, this crystalline cities, these cities of light? Have you had any experience of what we could call bleed through? Have you had any experience of this where you're seeing anomalies and glitches, or definitely time anomalies, but like actual tangible experiences? It could be like deja vu type things, or light anomalies, or time. Have you been experiencing any of this?
This is interesting. So something that's been happening, I'm seeing energy more.
Yeah.
And especially at night, and especially when I was in Glastonbury as well, like everything is just switched on a lot more. I've been to Glastonbury twice this year in the last 3 months. So everything just gets switched on more. So I don't know if it's like the regular energy field that I'm seeing, or if it's the crystalline stuff.
Ultimately, it's all one. It's ultimately all one. And
Yeah.
the more non-physical experience we're having is just, it's all layers. Everything is all here. So I was just interested to see, because obviously you hold keys and technology that is activating that and bringing that, and you cannot be the conduit for that and not experience it yourself. So yeah, for you and for all of us, it's not to, I've asked a specific question, but it's to not be very specific about our experiences, to really just flow with it and not try to label it, and just allow everything to unfold and not try and grab on to any experience, because that's where we are ultimately. But like I was experiencing, like there was something holding. We must do that within ourselves, loosening the identity, loosening what is true, loosening what has been our perceived reality. So yeah, it's all very flow. It's all very synchronous and ease, and unless we label it. But when we ask a question, we ask a question. So it's all the balance. It's all the balance that we want to dance, that we're dancing in these multiple words.
I would say there's been glitches in terms of, just little things like you're looking for something and there it is, but you looked there and it wasn't there, like almost like,
Yes.
things have been invisible. And then you're like, did I look there? Those kinds of things. There's been timing glitches too. And that crystalline vision that I saw in the beginning, that is way more solid, is the only way that I can describe it, because I've been seeing that, and I've got my eyes closed now because I can kind of tap into it a little bit. And I've been seeing that for years and years and years. I'd actually say since the 90s. Sometimes when I was going to sleep, it would be like I was going through something, and it seemed very crystalline. But this was before I kind of, you know, was getting into all this. So it was only later, much later, that I kind of gathered that it was crystalline, and it was more see-through. Whereas now, and what I saw at the beginning when we were tuning in together, was very, very clear. Like the colors were like, if it was over there, now it's like here, and much more, yeah, I can only say solid, really. And it's interesting, I'd forgotten this. I've put on all these I don't normally wear these. I've got my like chalice well thing that I've been wearing since I went the first time, but I was very drawn to stick on. I'm like, oh, I walked past them in my bedroom. I'm like, oh, I'm going to put those on. So yeah, the crystalline energy feels very, very, very strong. And I got, when you were mentioning it, I've not been to Mount Shasta, but it's like I was taken to Mount Shasta. And I feel the crystalline pathways of energy like that. Like me going to Glastonbury, I felt like I was bridging.
Yes.
Like, oh, how can I put this into words? Like if you see me as being really tall, which I'm not, I'm tiny, but I've got 1 foot in Glastonbury, which is southwest of the country, and 1 foot where I am here in the northeast. But I'm also still flashing to Australia and New Zealand as well. So I feel now that every time an image comes up of where I was in Byron, it's like there's a energy going from where I am now to there. And I'll mention this to you as well. So I stayed in the Chalicewell Gardens, and the time that I see energy tends to be at dusk or at night. And when you stay there, you've got full entry to the gardens at night. And there was one time that I was sitting in this beautiful little St. Michael spot. So you're on stone, and the stone has got fossils in. And I was looking at the tree in front, and I was kind of like inviting the elementals to show themselves to me. And I saw, so I'm looking in front of me, but my peripheral vision, there was a light flashing very close to me that I felt was a fairy. And when I see that, I kind of would have expected that the light would be constant, but it wasn't, it was flashing. And then I suddenly got this like, whoosh. So the other well is the other side of the road, and I'm facing both of them and facing the Tor. That's the angle that I'm sitting at. And I got this whoosh of seeing the hologram, the whatever you would want to call it. It was like seeing those spaces in between that you don't normally see. And it was really, really strong.
Wow.
And I was hearing bells on my last day as well. And I'm going to mention this because I've put it in a post, and it seems that I'm not the only one that's been hearing bells. So wherever I walked that day in Glastonbury, I could hear what I just assumed was church bells. And it wasn't, but I didn't fully register it as oh, I'm hearing bells. It was just there in the background. And I walked up Chalice Hill, and I walked around the other side of the Tor. I was just sitting there, and I fully registered that I was hearing these bells. And I was like, hang on a minute, I'm too far away from town. I can't possibly be hearing these bells at the same volume everywhere that I've walked. Like, that's just not physically possible. And I don't know if it's something to do, well, at first I wondered if it was something to do with the folklore of Avalon. Felt like they were Avalon bells. But a lot of people since then are mentioning, oh, I've been hearing bells. Bev Peary on her last day in Glastonbury heard a bell, and that was when she wrote that in a post. I was like, oh, okay, I've got to like share this. It's not just me that's hearing them. Have you had any experience of that?
Well, it's so funny. I was walking in town, like a small village today. It's not like that, but it's just a little synchronicity. I was walking with Angelo, and he heard literal church bells. And he was like, I want to see, what is that? What is that? What is that? And we had to walk and go and find where these church bells was. and I showed him what it was. And yeah, this is I haven't auditory. I mean, clairaudience, of course, it happens a lot with me, but like hearing like that doesn't happen a lot for me. Except what I will say is when you did your first, I would love to listen to this on replay. When you did your first whoosh, that was not your voice. To me, that was not your voice. I did not hear you. That was another aspect of you came through in that whoosh. So that it was absolutely not you. So I'll not say I never do, but I very much heard something. But I just want to touch on that and on what you shared, and just offer that you and all who are listening to these words and all who are drawn to these words are the dynamic sacred sites upon the earth now. The sacred sites that are static are being joined up, are being, as you've just mentioned, by the dynamic sacred sites that you are. Wherever you are is sacred. You are the dynamic sacred site. And you are linking these static sacred sites. And everyone that is called, whether they call it grid work or whether they consciously know they are doing it or not, when you're called to certain places, you're called to rivers, you're called to trees, you're called to what we call the sacred sites and the most well-known portal sites. We are the dynamic sacred sites that are, again, overlaying this grid system that is the crystalline cities, the cities of light. And what, like you're mentioning, there's no distance, there's no time. 1 foot is in the north of England, 1 foot in the south of England, one part of you is in Australia. That is exactly what we're sharing here, is that there's no borders, there's no distance, there's no time. Everything is instantaneous, everything is simultaneous, and you can be simultaneously aware in multiple locations, because there is no location, there is no space, there is no time, there is only awareness. And our human experience is to predominantly focus on this, what we see with our body's eyes, what we perceive as space and time. But that is just a localized limitation of consciousness so that we can experience linearity, so we can experience birth and life and what we call death. So you and everyone hearing these words, you are a dynamic sacred site. And no longer do we need to necessarily visit those static. We can, and it's powerful, but every step you take is sacred. Everywhere you lay your head is sacred. Everywhere your sacred breath through your word is heard is sacred. Everywhere your heartbeat is sacred. You are a dynamic sacred site.
Wow. And we are the portals. There was something with the light language as well, which is actually, I want to chuckle when it's coming through. So I always used to say that it's like there's many streams of light language coming through at the same time, but it's like one is more at the forefront than the others. Now it's like more than one is at the forefront. It's almost like I'm speaking two languages at the same time. It's quite bizarre. It's fuller. It's like, yeah, I don't even know how to put it in. I don't even know how to put it in words.
Yeah, it's like multiple packets of downloads that are simultaneously available, and just our apparatus is becoming used to, you can speak 10 languages, earthly and non-earthly, simultaneously. You can, everyone can. It just might not be in our blueprint for this lifetime, but we can, and we are. And whenever the apparatus that we use, which is not physical actually, I don't like using the words upgrade or update, but let's just say when we open to let the apparatus that we are do what it can do, you can speak infinite languages simultaneously, and you could speak to a crowd of 1 billion people and have a intimate conversation with each of them individually in one conversation simultaneously. So yes. I want to ask because I just remember you sent me some. This was in the spirit, I'm sure, because I wasn't on social media. I remember you sharing some, and I know you've posted it at the you like very like this light language, or I call it like, I don't know what is it I call it again. I've experienced it. It's kind of like cosmic martial art is what I call it. It's very powerful. It's very strong. It's very like, it's not like very light little ding ding ding. It's like power and so I remember you shared it with me. It's very powerful and so amazing to see it. And there's very few people that I've heard and seen, because I've never really shared it publicly either. Not for any just I don't know why. It's not like I didn't deliberately. It just never came. It just comes when it comes. But mostly it comes when I'm in my kitchen. A lot of times before a session it'll come, and so it's usually Elise and Angela's the only ones to see it. But you shared it with me. And it was very powerful. So I'd love to know, has there been more of that? And thank you for sharing it with me, because it was beautiful and powerful.
Yeah, I haven't filmed it though, but that stuff has been coming through for a long time. Really, really, since light language came through, that stuff has been coming through. Sometimes it's very soft. Sometimes it feels very flowy and watery, and other times it's fire and it's like, wow. And it's also, I've been using that as a release too. Like when I'm starting to just shape my body, just like, just whatever sounds, because when we release, we've got to use everything. We've got to use sound. We've got to use our bodies. We've got to stamp our feet. We've got to like, the whole kit and caboodle kind of has to come out. But that was the first one that I'd actually filmed. And I did share it, as I said to you, I did share it. And it actually, as soon as I'd sent me the email, I didn't wait for a response. I just saw myself sharing it. And I'm like, oh,
love it.
oh.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. And it comes with me. It comes for me. And sometimes it's so like overwhelming. Like my whole body's shaking, and it'll come like, yeah, I never did any martial arts, but it'll come like this.
Yeah.
Like martial art, and I'm bouncing around, and there's movement and grunting and screaming, and it's amazing. It's very, very powerful. But I've not, when you shared it with me, I've seen, I remember, it's funny, I've not seen the two together. I remember seeing one German guy, and it was like that. What? That's it. It was all this movement, and it looked like some sort of martial art, and then it was the real like deep, sometimes like guttural sounds of light. And then you shared it, and I was like, oh yes, I love it. I'm not absolutely mental making this up from my childhood watching cartoons or something.
And primal.
Yeah, it's totally primal. It's totally primal.
primal.
Light language is older than this. Light language is not from this universe. Light language in time, light language is beyond this universe. And as you know, it's like, it's a seeded communication as a bridge between our vocal language and becoming fully telepathic beings. But this is ancient and primal, and it's beyond this unit. This universe is young in terms of time, and this seed comes through these dear ones, and those who are hearing that call has been part of that bridge and part of that portal to become fully telepathic. This is the beautiful bridge and the beautiful, and it's not that it's transitory, and it's not like it's something that you leave behind. It's like beautiful art. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece of communication, and it's not that we will just leave it behind, but it is a bridge or a portal or a way to full and absolute complete telepathic interactions.
It's like you can send more information through it. It's
yes.
Like through the light language, and it doesn't have to be understood. That doesn't matter. It's just sending the information.
I find myself many times when people send messages and stuff, I just want to reply with light language and nothing else. And sometimes I actually do, because as beautiful as our languages in this book, and it's an amazing, beautiful thing, and so intricate, it can't convey this unspeakable. It can't convey the fullness of the divine. It's just another way. Again, it's art. It's art. Language is art. Breath is art. Like language is art, and I like that art. I like that art that you sent me. So how was it? Well, how was the response? How was? Oh, I know you told me. You did tell me, because this, what we're talking about, I'm sure people that are following you have seen what we shared. Again, I didn't hold it back. It just never came in those moments. It definitely came when we were on live retreats and stuff. When I was with people, people got to see it. And again, this can bring up, because it's primal, it can bring up primal fear. It can bring up the depths. It can bring up a lot of stuff for people. So I think you told me it was like a very small amount of people that that it triggered in a quote negative way. There is no negative, but it brought up something for them to see. Yeah.
Yeah, there was only one comment. I mean, other people might have thought it and just not written it.
It didn't say it. So this one said it for the others that were afraid to. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And full honoring. There was just a question of, are you sure that's from the light? Reptilians can sound very angry, I think was the comment. But, and I fully understand why someone might question that.
Yes.
And if
yes.
they're not fully in the feeling of it, because I think when you're feeling it, you can feel the power of the energy, but you can also feel the heart in there. And that's one difference. It's still from the heart, even though it may not look like it's from the heart with the facial expressions and everything, but it's still it still is. So I had amazing response from it, and so many people were like, thank you for sharing that. I do that. There were so many people that were like, yeah, I know that, and I do that too. So I'm really glad. I'm really glad that I posted it. I'm aware I'm scratching a lot. I've very much got the itches at the moment. You know, that time that we go through where our body's just got lots of itches. So apologies for scratching.
This I think, was this morning? One of our sessions recently, there was some guidance came through with that. I don't know if it was today. I have no idea. Anyway, it came through specifically exactly about that. And of course, we're vibrational beings, and when we get together with those who hold our hand in a certain way, as we do together, and that includes everyone watching this, everyone who hears it, our vibrational frequency raises. So we each have this key and lock. We each hold each other's hands in a certain way, and when we raise, when it's not, again, this is where language falls down. It's not that we raise our vibration. Our awareness of our higher vibration becomes apparent. So in that sense, when we become aware of our higher vibrational nature, the physical is the last line to integrate that. And so this itching, scratching, fidgetiness, even physical manifestations on the body are just a symbol of an assimilation of a higher frequency, and it's completely natural, and it's happening for many people. I'm even getting itch on my head now as I say this. So this is just an assimilation of a higher frequency, and scratch away.
And it almost feels like, as those frequencies are being assimilated, it's like pushing out the debris that isn't matching that, and that's what itches as that kind of pushes through the body, through the physical.
It's just like you said when you talked about that powerful primal light language, is that it needs, you can't, when that comes in all its power, you can't contain it. You can't do it. You can't give it 66%. It's like 144%. It's just going to come full out. And in the same way, when our physicality is integrating these higher frequencies, we can't just have it. There's a power in clapping hands. There's a power of really tapping the body, shaking the body. There's a real in this dimension, in the physicality, it needs action, it needs motion, it needs that dynamic way. And if we do it kind of softly, it's going to happen. But we don't need to wait around. If we do it if we hold back, or we judge ourselves in some way, or it shouldn't be like this, or we just, and a lot of people again, probably anyone that had been triggered by that sort of thing, that haven't integrated their darkness, they haven't integrated the, the aspect of source that can present as what we call dark, that they sometimes hold back, and they just it's a little tap, instead of what you're really supposed to do is like beat your chest, or it's a little whimper, and what you're supposed to do is scream the whole of England down. Really let it go, and given permission to do that. Something else that was coming is like, yeah, go off, if you can't do it where you are, go off out in your car into the middle of a forest, put the windows down and scream at the top of your voice, that sort of thing. It's powerful, and it makes it, in this dimension, in this time reality, much quicker.
Yeah. And it also, I always have the feeling that it's kind of new frequencies that are coming through, and they need that power, they need that force to be fully anchored in. Otherwise, they're not going to get in deep enough. It's like they'll just get into earth that much instead of all the way to the heart. So they need that almost electricity, that life power.
So ask any woman that has given birth, pretty much any woman that has given birth, and ask them, did they do it at 66%, or did they just like, some do, some go through it as like orgasmic, easy experiences, but I think most, there's this, what we call this sacred anger, this sacred fire, this sacred power that comes from this feminine birthing, and we are all birthing a new earth. We're birthing Terra Nova. We are birthing what has not been here before. And when it comes into this dense frequency, because everything is filtered down throughout all of the dimensions, and everyone, there's this thought that I'm going to leave the third dimension and get into the fifth dimension. It's quite hilarious, because it's all here, and you don't leave anywhere, because you weren't anywhere in the first place. There's nowhere to go, but you become aware of more of what is already. So when you said new, it's just access to more of what you are experienced as new, because before we're only aware of a certain perspective, a certain what we've agreed upon within our consciousness and within the blueprint of this lifetime, to allow ourselves periodically to experience. So it's always new, and we're always new, and we're always fresh, and every breath is a rebirth. And yeah, sometimes it needs to be fire, passion, sacred anger, sacred power.
Are you feeling some light language?
Yeah, always. I just don't get always to share it with my beautiful sister as we do here. So this is amazing. I'm very happy.
Kia le artikinikado oran ai. Kukule kia raniki brutkia. Oi la kia Just saying, I can feel so many people watching, joining us in this. So thank you. Kia le ornui a ikata hol har a or Kol era nikiara de guide urta ha kiart ost art art kia korta ad urn.
nay no ray na maikito met e to ray na na imara itito utiko na e sama e altura e kala na ma na ma isha say ituro ina aikite na ma ai se tura abaki naka mbake to mbake inda chat kuya su sa net e na yat take it yat tik na ya urai ya na su ya take that it ya tu na se take ya tu wa
Di arana kore le kiat ane. Bule kia le arana kot ora. Maloya tana kia. Bule kiat ashtera. Gode te ar. Te ora te a. Lari te ora te la arana kia. Rot oi ta 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 amunden tai. Oish. Ha ora te. Ho nya. Ho. Harne kit bart art
na ito ma iturai na tia tua tia ta tua korama itima itu su chutu vetit aita tuana iturayana amaye iturayama itititu uchutsima ititu iana titite ora sa shatu hai
Oh, thank you, dear brother.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody who has been present with us on the call and on the replay and on YouTube. The YouTube, if anybody feels to have a look at the other Love Speaks Loves as well, Inner Peace with Denise is the YouTube channel.
Oh, I love that.
It's a bit cheesy.
I like it. There's no cheesy. I love it.
It would be nice to get a few more subscribers. So if
Go
you
subscribe now, please. Press the subscribe button. Thank you. Yes, you and you. And you that thinks you're going to do it, now you're going to do something else. Go press that button now.
notifications.
Thank you for bringing me out of the house. Thank you for giving me a little break from moving house.
My absolute pleasure.
Look at this beautiful being. See if I show you a little bit of this.
When is that full of olives? Is it season?
No, for some reason this one doesn't give olives. I don't know why. There's loads of wild olive trees and they've got loads on them, but this one, for whatever reason, doesn't. I've been coming to this for the last definitely 2 years, and the season, they would have the olive trees. There's other ones that have olives on them now. It's towards the end of the year that you pick them, but this one, for whatever reason, doesn't have them. I don't know. It's just for me to sit here and well, for now, I don't know. I think I'll definitely still come back here. Even if we move to another physical location, I'll definitely come back and visit this. I like to call it the wisdom tree. So yeah, but yeah, for some reason it doesn't. We're in the middle of fig season now. Oh my God, there is a God because of figs. If anyone ever doubts that there's a God, eat figs off a tree and you will know. So yeah, we're in the middle of that season now. It's beautiful. So beautiful. They're amazing.
I noticed before that you said 47 people for both courses. I'm sure you've added this already, but that's 11.
Yeah, and 47 is a direct message from guides, my main guides that I work with, Ananda. So 47, 74, and 747. And yeah, 47 and 74 add up to 11. And it was 3 years, maybe 4 years I was getting that before someone told me, and I didn't put that together. So yes, I know it now, but I was getting it so often and I didn't. So yeah, 47 is direct communication. They speak with me in numbers, but yeah, I didn't add up that. Of course, 47 and 74 add up to the same thing, but yeah, it took me 3 or 4 years. And no, it didn't take me. Someone else said it just like you said it, and I'm like, okay. And then 747. Another one is yes, that's 11 as well. It's 38. So 38, 47, 74, and then the one that's absolute like get a motorhome now is 747 for me. Yeah.
Interesting. So I wish you a smooth transition in your move.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your temporary place and to your van. May it find you.
Yes.
Of course, with ease.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Denise, for having me on. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. It's beautiful. I love coming here to share. Even though we can't see each other, we can absolutely feel this field across the planet and beyond space and time. And just thank you for being on Earth at this time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. All is well, and just continuously connect with those of like heart and like mind, and smile more. Don't take it so seriously. Even when the word's serious, you don't have to take the serious word seriously.
Definitely what he said. So thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.